Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Hildebrand. In the last episode, we chased down the Grand Sirs, who had been turned young again by Vivi's magic. And then after, again, various shenanigans and goofiness occurred, Hildebrand managed to convince Vivi to undo what he did. And, in the process, saved Hildebrand's life, well, all of our lives, essentially, but burned himself completely out. So he is now dormant, but otherwise unharmed. And then in the process, Hildebrand was punted into Stormblood by his mother. So, we are now in Kugane and ready to begin the Stormblood segment of the Hildebrand quest line and see what goofiness we get up to here. So, we need to talk to the conspicuously inconspicuous man, who, if you've been paying close attention to many of the cutscenes throughout the entire Hildebrand story arc, he's been kind of in the background a bit. So, I think this is the first time we're going to be actually directly talking to him. I could be wrong, but I think so. So, let's see what you had to say for yourself. Jan Lullafell has a lean and hungry look. Hey, you're Eorzean, right? An adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot? Yeah. Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but I've got a job for you, if you're interested. So, there's this Makote girl, this incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea, like you and me. So beautiful, this girl. So beautiful. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself is in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, you know, things. Anyway, get in there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. Well, you're a strange little man. And as far as, you know, beautiful and whatnot, I mean, if she's a Makote, that's, you know, redundant. Oh, it's Nashu. Here we are. And Gyodo. Well, hello there, Gyodo. Do you need another boot? Nashu? I have seen this gentlemanly Eorzean you seek. Yes, and I should be glad to take you to him, if you like. Ah, you are ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat. Catfish, to be precise. Though I care not for the Eorzean, I'm Gyodo, a Namazu. And the services I provide are not free, I am sorry to say, nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? Oh dear, I spent my last gil on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? What's up? Or if it isn't Ayame, don't tell me you came all this way just to help little old me. You're getting scammed. You see, when Inspector Hildebrand took to the skies and said, Nashu, you'd better not let him get away this... to the skies, I said, Nashu, you better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far east as I could. And you can't get much further east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it? Gyoza, the talking Numa here, says he knows where he is. Careful, this one knows our game. Escaping her wrath is going to take all our skills. I say, there is no need for such menacing glares, none whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I had no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a pressing engagement. Very pressing indeed. Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. He doesn't know where the inspector is. Huh? Little Gyoza was trying to swindle me. Well, now, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. Alright, Noshu. Are you sure he's here? I asked lots and lots of other people, and if they'd seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were of any help. Inspector Hildebrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or the side of a building like us, not keep an eye out for legs. Following the keen... Yeah, stuck in the ground or on the side of a building like us, not keep an eye out for legs. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully, he won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. Ah, that's it. If the inspector is always on the hunt for a case, then all we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, eh? This way. Alright, we're gonna go question random citizens and see what we turn up. Because that always works. Unsolved crimes? It so happens that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight. Master Akabono's shop in Rakuza district was most recent, as I recall. But you may be assured that the Seki Segumi will track down the thief in due time. Alright. Let's see what we got. We have our conspicuously inconspicuous man again. What are you up to? Alright, you've got me, Miss Samurai. I'm not a samurai at the moment. But before you do anything rash, like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny little bits with that sword of yours, I don't have my sword with me right now, know that I never touched her. I mean, I never even had the chance. I'm sorry. What do you want about? Oh, you're that Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. For a moment there, I thought it was done for. Those Seki Segumi don't mess around. All cut first and ask questions later, you know. No romance in their hearts. They wouldn't understand. So it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about? Incidents the like of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny? It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking Olda's bustling streets when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden most fair, and she stole my heart. It was like 2 grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains, knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of its life with the other grain, because she had this whole sultry scribe thing that made him so, Ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar, a silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they are fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study. Years and years of observation, of obsession, until you know her better than she knows herself. Oh, good grief. Well, I mean, I kind of get it. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her. But until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows. And you, my friend, will aid her in the light. Alright. She's got a stalker. Great. Yeah, like I said, I mean, she's a Makote, so I get it. I bet this town's crawling with all kinds of shifty folks that are no good. Come on, you lot, show yourselves. Yeah, we're working on it. Alright, Amaji. Dastardly doings and reported instances of criminal behavior. This is Kugane, my dear. We've no shortage of that here. But since you asked, the story on everyone's lips at the Bokaisen these days is that of the wealthiest among us and how they're being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks. Alright, now we can report to Nashu. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? Apparently there's a thief targeting wealthy merchants, or we could tell her a creepy little bastard who followed you to Kugane says he's been stalking you for 5 years. We'll go with that. Sure, why not? Eh? Oh, you're having me on. As if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. Oh, yeah, we actually have to tell her the right thing. Alright. Yeah, we have a thief in the area. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief. Oh, that's just a thing. Well done, Ayame. Our next order of business should be to track down this Akebono and ask him about the latest incident. Nashu? What are you doing? He certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. That is a mustache. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion, the nerve of him to make mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akebono, for all your help. I swear to you in my honor that this sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith. And with that, I bid you good day. Ah, so it is Akebono. Let's go and ask him about the robbery. Ooh. Aha! Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you alright? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry. I've taken bigger knocks on the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? If you look like one. Shigure, at your service, my lady. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Oh, that's all we need. Competition. I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something of import for Shigure to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. Greetings and salutations, Master Akebono. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. And this is Ayame, who's also got a knack for it. Can you tell us about the recent robbery? Ah, inspectors? I heard rumors that ones such as you were come from the west. You seem an honest sort, so I'll oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered that my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place, he found this message. You've been robbed by the Kugane Wolf Burglar. Well, that's a calling card. Wolf Burglar? Surely you've heard about his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of the other robberies. Now I too have become a victim. A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card? Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildebrand's going to be able to resist the lure of this case. I thought the two of you were inspectors, but it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal, and since the Seki Segumi seem to be at a loss. You'll be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. All right. All we've got to go on now is stick with this case, and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildebrand. Oh, all we got to do now is stick with the case. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector's assistant sense. Anyway, I'm going to try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Your days of wolf burglaring are numbered. Well, as Inspector Hildebrand was. All right. That's going too fast for me to read. Is that explosives in the shape of Dongo? Well, it's been too long since I've had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these little darlings to good use next time. Oh, bugger. Good thing I've got plenty more stashed away. God, Bert. All right. What's next? Well. If it isn't Ayame looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, have I got news for you. I've been asking after the wolf burglar fellow, the one that left that cheeky note claiming credit, you remember. And it seems he's not quite as sneaky as he thinks he is. Oh, he's robbed plenty of rich merchants blind, I'll grant you that, but no doubting it was him either. Never fails to leave a calling card. This one, too. Never fails to leave a calling card, this one. Too proud to leave people wondering for even a moment. But folks have laid eyes on him more than a few times. In fact, after talking to all the eyewitnesses, I had enough information to try and sketch a picture of the devil himself. That's a great picture there, Nashu. That'll work. Help identify him. Certainly. Not bad for a self-trained artiste, wouldn't you say? Dots. Not hearing a lot of support for the sketch. Right then, back to the drawing board. The metaphorical one, that is. Let's you and me seek out and question the rich and famous, the sort of folks the burglar's been targeting, and see if we can't learn something new. I'll head to Kogane Dori, and you can check out the tea house and the hostelry. Alright, let's go check some stuff out. We're gonna head through the Seki Segumi barracks for a moment. And we'll check this place out, and then we'll head west. Preening Pundit. I say, the Kugane Wolf Burglar, must you sully my ears with that rapscallion's name as I attempt to take a moment to relax and take in the fresh air? Bah, it's no use. The moment is ruined. I too fell victim to the wolf's villainy, like so many others. Oh, if you had seen the vase before he took it, God, if there was any justice in this world, he would be paraded through the streets and boiled alive in Tenkonto. Alright, doesn't really tell us all that much. I could... Nah, we don't need to take the Aetherites. Byakudan, over here. Ah, the infamous thief. I know of him. For mercy, he has not seen fit to trouble those of lesser means like me and my associates. Perhaps you thought me wealthy because I patronized the tea house? On the contrary, this is my sole indulgence. Were I a stronger man, I would forego it. But alas, the heart will not be denied. Okay, so no real use there. And we need to head upstairs. And I guess I could switch to samurai. That's gunbreaker, not samurai. When in Kugane? Uraki. Too long it has been since I shared a pipe with an Ijin. How fortunate I. You've no desire for smoke, only talk of the wolf burglar. I see. I have no personal experience on which to draw, so I doubt I can be of much assistance. What I know is known to all, but if you insist, he is a lone wolf, without comrades, and despite their best efforts, the Seki Segumi has no leads. Some say this has emboldened the man. Each theft is more brazen than the last. He has even been witnessed practicing his trade in broad daylight, if you can believe it. That is the extent of my knowledge. Now, if you will not favor me with tales of your own, I ask you to lead me to my pipe. It is far less demanding company. Alright, so Noshu is right across the bridge. Ah, there you are. Dig up any interesting tidbits? He's getting bolder by the day, is he? Well, if there's anything I've learned from following the inspector around, is that overconfidence is liable to get you smacked upside the head by your mum and her magic frying pan. That said, we'd have a better chance of catching this wolf if we knew who he was eyeing next. There goes our Seki Segumi friend. Yeah! Oh. A little stalker. 1,000 pardons, young sir. I did not mean to trample you underfoot. Are you alright? And there he goes. Hey, aren't you the samurai I bumped into the other day? Shiggy something, was it? Oh, we meet again, my lady. Say, you must think me in the habit of trampling my fellow pedestrians. Let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. I was simply preoccupied with my thoughts and my investigation. That's right, you were after the wolf burglar too. Got any leads? As a matter of fact, I do, but I but recently learned of a private auction in which many foreign wares are to be featured. While such auctions are not uncommon in Kugane, it has been some time since the wolf last struck, and there are rumors that this auction may include particularly extraordinary items. Much as I would love to converse with you at great length, I really must be going until we meet again. Wait, Mr. Chiggy, sir, can we come too? The auction? If you like, but I very much doubt you'll be able to afford any of the items to be sold. Oh, don't you worry about that. Ayame here's got enough money to buy and sell you 1,000 times over. I don't know about that much. Yes, very good. Then by all means, come with me. I mean, I'm not broke by any means. I mean, I got around 1 million gil, I mean, which is not all that much, actually. Alright, Shigure. Is this the auction house? This venue has been reserved for the private auction. The guests should be arriving any moment now. I remember you. Master Akebono, was it? Well, if it isn't the inspectors, I did not know you would be joining us. I presume you are come to keep watch for the wolf? But should you see anything you like, I know that we have money changers on hand to assist those who wish to spend foreign currency. I must warn you, however, that should we desire the same item, I am not wont to surrender without a fight. See if there's anything worth it here. Greetings and welcome to you, the prosperous and esteemed elite. This day you will be given a rare opportunity to view and purchase, if you are so inclined, a selection of strange and wondrous items from all across the world. Without further ado, I give you our first. A queer, misshapen fiend captured in the mountainous wilds of Yangxia. That's a Kakirin. So this is a slave market? And none other than the fabled Rat Man, an unholy union of man and beast, a demon legend whose flesh, when consumed, bestows life everlasting. Oh, great. Eternal life can be yours, ladies and gentlemen. So, shall we start the bidding at 500,000 koban? 600. 700. 800,000 koban. 800,000 koban, going once, going twice. Sold to Master Akebono. Let us proceed to the next item up for bidding. He's not really going to eat him, is he? The statue you are about to see was brought to Kagane from the west, the land of Eruzia, to be precise. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a statue does not even begin to describe this extraordinary work of art. Oh, really? I give you the Erusian Gentleman, a masterpiece, nay, a triumph of Western sculpture. Marvel at the intricate details, the features so expertly realized that some have likened it to a living, breathing man, frozen in time. It actually is a living, breathing man frozen in time. Well, would you look at that? That statue's the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could it have been sculpted by a fan? Was it a trick of the light, or did that statue just twitch? You mean to say you think it might actually be the Inspector, somehow frozen by temporal magics? In that case, I've got just the thing to bring him back to the land of the moving. Of course. Stay your bomb-filled hand, my lady. I beg of you, lest you slaughter these poor people and bring this marketplace to ruin. I suppose you have a point, and it wouldn't be very Inspector-like to blow innocents to kingdom come. How readily she resorts to violence, this woman. I shudder to think what carnage she has left in her wake. Oh, I knew it. That's no statue. That's a genuine article, in the flesh. Probably hit his head when he fell from the sky again. Maybe he's gone into hibernation again or something. This bizarre sculpture is in truth a man? Is such a thing even possible? Strange. I don't recall it wearing an expression of sheer terror before. It was rather more serene, was it not? How very perceptive of you. Verily, this is no ordinary statue. It is a heretofore unseen hybrid of sculpture and automaton. Marvel at the way its features change, fluidly and effortlessly. Yes, indeed. So, shall you start the bidding for this one-of-a-kind statue at 500,000 koban? 600. 7. 800,000 koban to be paid in full here and now. Once more, Master Akabona will not be denied. Will any challenge his claim to the Eorzean gentleman? We've got to do something, Ayame. If we don't, these people are going to buy the inspector. I bid 900,000 koban, whatever that is in gil. I won't go with good riddance. Wahaha, there is nothing in this world I cannot buy. 1 million koban. Well, that's not one of Nashu's explosives. Smoke bomb. What is the meaning of this? By the kami, the Eorzean gentleman has vanished. And we have another calling card from our wolf thief, wolf burglar. You have just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. That thrice damned Oni, he struck again. I saw him, the fiend with the wolfish features. He took the statue and ran toward the short pier. You know what this means? Inspector Hildebrand has been stolen, or kidnapped. We've got to get after that wolf burglar. For all we know, he might want to eat him like that poor Kikiran, and we can't have that. Alright, so we need to head toward the short pier. We'll go up. And then down. Alright, Nashu? I still can't believe Inspector Hildebrand was stolen. That's gotta be a first. Hurt, Captain? Yes, as I said, that is what I saw. Alright, Shigure. Oh, you followed me, I presume? Of a mind to pursue the wolf burglar as well? Of course we are. He's got Inspector Hildebrand, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some two-gill thief eat him. Are you perchance referring to the Eorzean gentleman, that hideous statue? I dare say no one in their right mind would try to eat it, but nonsensical fears notwithstanding, I should be honored to work with you to catch the wolf burglar. This man here claims he saw him board a boat with a statue and head toward the ruby price. It was a sight I will not soon forget. Never before have I seen a lupin carrying a twisted mockery of a man on his back. Never again will I expect. Too bold was the fiend this day, in seeking to claim such a conspicuous prize in broad daylight, he has left a trail we can follow. Come, let us make haste to the ruby price. Alright. We head to the Ruby Sea. Let's see. Closest and fastest way to get there. We'll take the Ethernet. Well, I'll be over there, or I'll be back when I'm over there. Alright, here we are, Ruby Sea. Nashu. Out there, tower just keeps on going and going and going. Yeah, it does. And Shigure. Surely one of the watchmen here will have seen the Wolfman and his stolen statue. Alas, I cannot say I've seen such a thing. Since the withdrawal of Garlean forces from Doma and the Ruby Sea, there has been a significant increase in domestic traffic. Accordingly, we have been instructed to wave through smaller vessels leaving our waters, absent cause. This lupin you seek probably received no more than a cursory glance. I see. Thank you for taking the time to explain, and pray forgive me the interruption. We shall continue our search elsewhere. The question is, where else should we search? Who else has reason to keep a close watch on these waters? Alright. Any ideas? Oh, how silly of me. The Confederacy has every reason to note the comings and goings of even the smallest vessels in the Ruby Sea. The very survival rests on their ability to extract payments for safe passage, the so-called Ruby Tithe. Sakazuki is where we must go. Any traveler who does not wish to be raided and relieved of their possessions must journey there first and make the necessary overtures. Alright. We fly. Alright. Ihaki over here. Searching for a bandit on a boat, you say? As far as I'm concerned, the only bandits are those who refuse to pay the tithe, like that one fellow I spotted not long ago. Why didn't I stop him, you ask? Because he was dead. I, standing motionless in his skiff, paying no heed of the waves or the waters, a dead man drifting. It is one thing to threaten a living man, but what could I possibly do to stop a dead one? Nothing, that's what. So I took the only reasonable course of action. I let him be. I'm not one to consort with the dead, but if you are, by all means, follow the man to the Isle of Becco. I'll remain here and do my best to forget what I saw. A dead man, you say? A gentle dead man? Nashu, thoughts? If you squint just the right way, it looks like it's got ears. Or is it horns? Ah, you're talking about the mountain. I see. Shigure. A dead man in a boat bound for the Isle of Becco? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Unless... Aha! Don't you see? He mistook the Erusian gentleman for a corpse. That boat belonged to none other than the Kugane wolf burglar. Poor, what luck. Our liaison did mention that we could pay the tithe by way of bringing a trespasser to justice, and I do believe this qualifies. The hunt is on, to the Isle of Becco and that thrice-damned wolf. Well, if you think that's what's going on. Alright. To the Isle of Becco. Alright. We are here. Our destination. Hark, over there, a wolf, or at least someone what's got big ears and a long fluffy tail. Aha, we've got him now. So, it seems the wolf burglar was caught by the very people that were trying to catch him. What are you doing wearing that getup? Call me Perfend. This is no wolf burglar. This is a man dead who yet moves. A restless spirit bound to this mortal coil by burdens of the soul? I beg your pardon, good sir, but my soul carries no such burdens. Indeed, in death I found rather more liberation than I had in life. More purpose and meaning, and brotherhood. Wait a minute, you're one of the gentle dead men. But what are you doing here so far from Eorzea and the others? As I live and breathe. In even further reaches I find myself reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots. I too must confess some curiosity as to how you came to this place. But since you asked first, as unbelievable as it may sound, we heard rumors of an island deep in the Siresong Sea said to be home to a host of undead individuals, not unlike myself. Ours being a rather lonely existence, we resolved to dispatch an emissary to the Isle, myself being the logical choice, once again. Yeah, we killed everything on that isle. Ah, truly. That would explain why the myriad skeletons we found were devoid of unlife, as it were. That said, even if they were as disagreeable a lot as you claim, I should thank you to stop killing every last undead you encounter in your travels. Hey, they attacked us first. Just saying. It was self-defense. Anyway, having failed in my mission, I was at a loss for what to do next. The island was abandoned, and Eorzea was ever so far away. Just then, I felt it, a familiar tingling in my rotting flesh. There was no denying it. I had felt the pull of our leader, Master Zombiebrand. His ether called to me, and I was duty-bound to answer. So I followed the trail, and it led me to this place. Again, why are you dressed like that? Or that it is no coincidence. The inspector and the burglar that stole him must be somewhere here on this island. Good sir, do you still feel Inspector Hildebrand calling to you even now? Can you lead us to him? As surely as I can crack open a hapless merchant's head and feast on the goo inside before you can say go. I would say go. Follow me. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what's with the wolfish get-up? It's not the sort of thing a gentle dead man usually wears, but it's quite fetching, I've got to say. It warms my dead heart to hear you say so. I received it as a gift from a traveling artist. When I explained to him how difficult it was to converse with a common man, he fashioned it for me, believing it would serve to soften my otherwise terrifying features. And so it has. Enough talk. Master Zombiebrand needs us. Nothing I have heard makes me even the slightest bit of sense to me. But no matter. If this misshapen undead wolfman can lead us to the thief, I shall trust him wholly. You are a very trusting sort. Alright, let's see where we go. Not too far. Alright, Nashu. I think it's a wonderful look for him, don't you? And Shigure? Are all the undead in the West so gentlemanly? This particular batch, anyway. Yes, yes. Master Zombiebrand is close. We are nearly upon him. And the wolf burglar. At long last, we will bring that bastard to justice. Wolf burglar, you have nowhere to run. Surrender. So they finally caught up to me. He's a Lupin. Or he looks exactly like my sketch. Your campaign of thievery comes to an end this day. Aye, this day the Bakufu will have their man. That is to say, their Lupin. Stop, damn you. Oh boy. It's the Dongo explosive. Inspector still not snapped out of it, which means it's time for a triple serving of Nashu's Delight, Dongo style. Bombs! Shut up, you stupid statue. Bugger me, are those bombs? Idiot, get rid of them! Get rid of them before you kill us both! Let me guess. Oh no, hanging from the edge of the cliff. And also hanging from the edge of the cliff. Help! Ayame? Nashu? Anyone? I suppose we ought to save the inspector. Don't worry about the inspector. He survived a trip back from Delamond, so this is nothing. Let's get that wolf burglar instead. There we go. I told you before, wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Fall, on the other hand. If that's how it's going to be, then fall it is. Never thought I'd come this close to getting caught. Suppose it's my own fault for trying to nick a hefty prize like a statue. But the statue ain't even a statue, and there's no reason for me to stick around, is there? Better luck next time, thief takers. He has a giant bird flying mount. Gah, the nerve of that villain. I say, Ayame, I have come to expect such cold, calculating behavior from dear Nashu, but not you. What? Right, Inspector Hildebrand is back. Nothing like a brush with certain death to get you back in the game, am I right, Inspector? What manner of sorcery is this? The Orosian gentleman. The statue stands before me, speaking and gesticulating as if a living, breathing being. I trust I need to remind you that I too am capable of such emotions, despite neither living nor breathing. But more to the point, Master Zombiebrand is no statue. Right. He is an agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yep. Get on the trade. Get on the train. You're in for a ride. Right. Good sir, by your garb, I gather you are a samurai. Am I then correct in assuming we are in the Far East? Oh ho ho! As I wake from a gentle slumber and find myself in a foreign land, who should I be greeted by but a Far Eastern fan? But oh, what is this? Already my keen investigator sense has alerted me to the presence of a petitioner in need. I must away for honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg. Wait for me, Inspector. You know I can't run that fast. Master Hildebrand looks to be his old self again. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. It is enough to bring a tear to this gentle dead man's eye. Or it would be if I weren't, you know. Much as I would love to join you in your adventures, I must return to my brothers. I pray you watch over and keep our undead overlord safe. So, in Eorzea, a man may be an inspector extraordinaire as well as a zombie overlord? Truly, yours is a land of many mysteries and strange customs I dare say I will never comprehend. While I regret that we were unable to apprehend the wolf burglar, I am glad that this chase has seen you reunited with your comrade. Come, let us follow him and see where this keen sense leads. Alright, so where did he get off to? Not too far. A Kikirin. Ashu? Looks like Inspector Hildebrand found a Kikirin. And Shigure? Another rat man, like the one they sold at the auction? What are you gonna say? Friend in need of friend. Are you friend? Hildy? Then I tell you I had caught the scent of a case, and here it is. I give you the case of the kidnapped Kikirin. Simply put, this adorable little fellow's dearest friend was abducted by a dastardly fellow in the nearby city of Kugane. We sail on ships as sailors for East Alinar Trading Company, docked at Kugane docks to unload goodly goods, when a goodly merchant comes and offers tasty feast to me and friendly friend. Like, call me, did that rat man just speak? It's a Kikirin, yes. Kikirin, not rat man, rude man. Why does no one here know Kikirin? Always demon with lucky flesh. We go with goodly merchant, all alone, many turns, left, right, left, very confusing. Then bad man grab friendly friend, put bag in mouth and bag on head. I fight back and run, and they run too, and then I jump into water. It would seem that the currents carried him to the shores of this island, but I have yet to ascertain the motive or why anyone would want to kidnap a hapless Kikirin sailor. Because they do not know or do not care that he is a Kikirin. He passes for a rat man of Far Eastern folklore, the flesh of which some believe bestows everlasting life. An Eorzean sailor with most unusual features, an incredible, albeit hideous statue of Eorzean make that was in truth a man. I dare say we have already met our goodly merchant. We must return to Kugane and confront this criminal at once. He may have abducted others from faraway lands to sell at auction, the fiend. At the very least, we know he sold this Kikirin's friendly friend. We've got to save him too. Right you are, my lady. We shall see the wicked punished and the innocent set free. Yes, I was just about to say that. Well said, you. Speak with the silver-tongued broker. Alright, back to Kugane. And I think this is where we're going to go ahead and stop for now. So, we will see if we can't track down this kidnapped Kikirin. And also track down the wolf burglar. But for now, we will stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.